Hello everybody, my name is Evan Samano and today I wanted to talk about something real quick. I wanted to talk about headgears in boxing. And one thing I want to say real quick is some of you guys have been giving me some advice about what to do for my videos, and some of you have told me to upload more than once a month or so. And I'm planning on trying to do it to where I upload at least once every week, sometimes even 2 times. But that might not be possible sometimes. I know I'll be able to at least probably get one out, unless if I'm super busy that week. But other than that, I just want to tell you guys about that real quick, because I know some people have been wanting me to upload a lot more because they think it'll push my channel. And for those of you who have supported me, thank you very much. And now I want to get into the headgear stuff. So, one thing I want to talk about real quick. I want to go over the 3 types of headgears first. There's 3 types. One of them, I'm going to go off from biggest to smallest. One of them is called the face saver. A face saver has a bar right here and right here. It stops you from getting hit. Obviously right here, you're still going to get hit, but you're not going to feel anything because it's like this. It's literally like this, but it has a bar in it. And for those kind of headgears, one thing that is a big pro of it is it stops you from getting cut. So it's perfect for those who are not trying to get cut or anything like that on your face before a fight, just in case your sparring partner goes too hard. But one of the biggest cons of that is the mobility and the movement. Your head movement goes down big time. You also can't see shots as well as you could if you had an open face. Another thing about that is if you aren't used to getting hit yet, then that it's actually a bad thing, because then you'll use it, you'll think it's going to be good for you, but then once you get in the ring, you start getting hit, and even worse, you get hit full power, and you don't know what to do, because before you never really got used to being punched. Me, I never really used headgear. I've never liked headgear. I felt like it always diminished my performance because of my sight and my mobility. Before I wouldn't use head movement that much because of my headgear. I was so used to having it on before, and I hated that. So I went straight back to not using headgear, and that's one thing. The next one is right here. This is the one I have. It's open. The face is open. It's not a face saver, so it doesn't have the bar, but it has cheek protectors. So what it is like right here. Let's say somebody throws a punch, boom, it'll land right here, but most of the time when people punch, you'll see it here, and if they try to punch here, this is with just a normal fist, not even hand wraps and a glove, and it won't get through. Same with this. And here, a glove is gonna, these right here are gonna stop it from getting, stop you from getting hit full power and stuff. It's gonna blow up the steam. Then the third type is, sorry, let me go over the pros and the cons of it. Cons are definitely some of the other ones, except for the one not being used to getting hit, because that one, you'll definitely feel the punches when they land here. Here you'll feel them sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. Same pros, same cons. It's just it doesn't protect as much, but it is definitely lighter. Then the third one, which is my favorite, I've used it before. I don't have it though. I don't have it, but I've used it before. It's an open face head guard. So what it does is it doesn't prevent you from getting cut, but prevents, so right here. It's like this, but just take away the cheek protector. That's what it is. So your face is gonna get hit, but right here, the side, all that is gonna be protected more. But overall, pretty much the same as this, just without the cheek protectors. I want to go with the positives real quick, because this has the most, I'd say. Positives, your line of sight is way better because the cheek protectors aren't there. It's a little more open. Your line of sight is way better than all the other ones. Your mobility is better because there's less to hold you down. And like one thing also is whenever you get hit, sometimes with some head guards are really heavy, but with the open face they're not really heavy. So when you get hit, you can usually bring your head back instead of it going like this, and then you bring it back. Because some headgears are like that. I've used some before that are like that. And that's some of the pros. Cons, one of them is definitely, I would say one of them is definitely a false sense of protection, which is with all of them, but this one especially, because when you have it on, you feel like how you would feel with this. You feel, I'm not going to get any cuts, stuff like that. But little do you know, if they hit hard enough and they hit in the right spot, and since it doesn't have the cheek protectors, you're going to get cuts. But that's, open face are mainly for competition. Cheek protectors and and face savers are for sparring, which is one of the reasons why you don't really see open face too much. They still use them in sparring sometimes, but not as much as they use cheek protectors. Another con is the cuts. As I said, the false sense of thinking you're not going to get cut. Another one of them is obviously the cuts, because you're going to get cut with that more than you would get cut with this or a face saver, because this has the cheek protectors to blow off the steam. Face saver, you're not going to get any cuts at all unless something weird happens. So you're pretty much set. But with this one, you still have a chance to get cut, but not as much as you would with a open face. Open face, you have the highest chance of getting cut. Other than that, though, I want to go over if they're good or not now. I have a mixed opinion on this. One thing I gotta say is with head guards, it depends. I like the open face, I really do. I think that's good. So if it were to be something to where you're trying to with some head guards, okay, so this is my opinion. Open face are good. Open face are good because of the vision, the head movement, it's a lot easier, but I still don't like it as much as being like this. I like having no head guard at all, if I'm honest with you, because when I have no head guard, I feel like I'm able to move around more, and I feel like I'm actually in a fight, you know? So whenever I do go into the ring with open face head guards on, you still have pretty much the same line of sight, but you're used to taking punches to the point to where oh, I could take punches. Then you go in, you get hit, and then you're like, well, this is you're kind of in that kind of mode that's this isn't hurting at all, because you're used to taking shots. You're used to not having a head guard on. I still train with my head guard on sometimes, but not that much. I use it on for heavy sparring, and then I have it off for medium to light sparring, which is one thing that some people do. Others don't do it. Sometimes they have it to where light and medium is open face to cheek protector, and then heavy is the face saver. I don't like doing that because I like having my face open. But anyway, yeah, and now I gotta go on to the cheek protector head guards. Are those good or not? So, one thing that a lot of people like to think is that head guards stop brain damage. That's not even close. That's not even close to correct, if I'm honest. Because knowing from my experience, on the outside you don't feel as much, but on the inside you feel just as much, if not, I'd say probably even more. Not that it hurts more, but you feel it more because you don't feel the shock here. You feel it here, instead of whenever you don't have head guard on, you feel it here and here, so it kind of combines and it makes you feel like it feels natural. Not that it hurts more, it just doesn't feel as natural. And then also with the face savers make it to where cheek protectors, I like those. I like them, but they're in the middle. They're mixed for me. Face savers are an absolute no. I just don't like face savers because it stops you from getting the feeling of getting hit and stuff. That kind of stuff. And one last thing I gotta say about head guards is sometimes they could go upwards of hefty prices. And for USA Boxing, you have to provide your own. For boxing events in general, you have to provide your own headgear. So you better be ready to drop about a good 60 to 80 bucks on headguards. It sounds like a lot, and it definitely is, but those headguards will last a long time. I can promise you that. Not that I've used them before, because not that I've like owned them before, but like I've used them before, and I could tell you they feel like they will last a long time. They're definitely going to be worth that. In fact, before my first fight during the summer, my plan is to go ahead, find a way to get some money for head guards and stuff, and get an open face, because you need to provide it. And then a face saver, those could go over, those are over 100. Those are over 100. You go to Cleto, those cost almost 200, I think. Winning is over 200, I think. And they just cost like twice the price. And then I think face savers are useless, because it kind of, yes, it stops you from getting cuts completely, but then again, you're not used to, like, you're not getting hit, so it's like, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting used to it. But that's all I have to say for today. Goodbye, I'll see you guys all later.